Street Fighter VI brings together a cast so wild it feels like someone threw a world tour, a fashion show, and a martial arts tournament into a blender. From classic legends to brand new Chaos agents, here's everything you need to know about every fighter in the game. Elena. Elena is a barefoot, blissed-out capoeira fighter from Kenya whose graceful dance-like moves and chill attitude hide a lethal edge. Raised in a warrior clan, she blends rhythm and flow with surprising power. Plus, she has the ability to heal mid-match. In Street Fighter VI, she serves as a counterbalance to the game's more intense forces like Akuma. Don't be fooled though, Elena can knock players out while complementing their vibe at the same time. Mai. Mai Shiranui brings deadly elegance and high-energy chaos to Street Fighter VI, blending Shiranui-style ninjutsu with flames, fans, and flirtation. A fan favorite from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, she's as fierce in battle as she is flashy, using new flame stocks to amp up her pressure game. Between her sitcom-worthy obsession with Andy Bogard and her explosive playstyle, Mai is the unpredictable wildcard this roster didn't see coming. Terry. Terry Bogard, the legendary wolf, brings classic SNK energy to the roster, fusing Shoto fundamentals with unpredictable street style. Whether he's yelling, "Are you okay?" mid-attack or landing a Buster Wolf with a grin, Terry's the kind of fighter who entertains the crowd, then floors them. He may joke around, but don't let the cap and sneakers fool you. This wolf's got a bite. Bison. Bison is back, and deadlier than ever. In Street Fighter VI, the Shadaloo Tyrant returns with no memories, but all the menace. His psycho power rages on, now amplified through new tools like Psycho Mine, Shadow Rise, and the devastating Unlimited Psycho Crusher. Though he's lost his empire, Bison doesn't care. Power draws followers, and he knows his rule is inevitable. Cold, brutal, and still sporting that sadistic grin. He fights not for conquest, but to remember who he was. Akuma. Akuma is the embodiment of what happens when a martial artist chooses power over everything. Compassion, humanity, even balance. Fueled by the Satsui no Hado, he turned Shotokan into a brutal, high-risk style packed with fireballs, teleportation, and the infamous Raging Demon. Akuma remains a walking apocalypse with lava punches and murder in his eyes, though he oddly respects strength, fishes in peace, and somehow hasn't incinerated Elena. Ed's a Shadaloo lab experiment turned rebel leader, punching back against the fate he was literally built for. Trained by Balrog and fueled by psycho power, his boxing style mixes sharp jabs with psychic flair, making him a pressure-heavy threat with a temper. Now leading Neo Shadaloo, Ed's trying to protect others like him. When he's not steamrolling opponents with psycho flickers and storm-level supers, don't call him a clone. He's writing his own story, one knuckle sandwich at a time. A.K.I. A.K.I is Shadaloo's poison-obsessed nightmare fuel, part sadist, part snake, all creepy charm. Her toolkit's a toxic playground, long-range lashes, poison clouds, slippery slides, and the explosive toxic blossom that punishes passivity. With poison-based zoning, sneaky pressure, and a flair for theatrical finishers, A.K.I doesn't just fight, she torments. If she's giggling, you're already in trouble. Rashid. Rashid is a breezy blend of wind-powered parkour and influencer flair, using tornadoes, air dashes, and wall jumps to style on his opponents while his drone catches every angle. A laid-back noble with serious moves, he turns every fight in Street Fighter VI into a kinetic highlight reel. Flashy, fast, and always camera-ready, Rashid is one part storm and the other part showman. Cammy. Cammy went from brainwashed clone assassin to MI6 operative with a grudge against evil science and a soft spot for stray cats. Fast, fierce, and surgically precise, her moves are all business. Spiraling kicks, aerial strikes, and zero wasted motion. Now fully in control of her past, she's deadlier than ever. Just don't interrupt her post-mission tea-time snack. Lily. Lily may be tiny, but she hits like a hurricane. As T-Hawk's successor, this cheerful Thunderfoot warrior channels nature spirits and spins giant war clubs, and blends curiosity with crushing command grabs. Her windclad stocks boost her reach and power, while her supers, like the Breezing Hawk or the Raging Typhoon, turn charm into chaos. Don't be fooled by the smile. Lily will launch you skyward before you can say Condor Dive. Zangief. Zangief is the Red Cyclone incarnate, a bear-wrestling, body-slamming force of grappling glory, a proud Russian patriot and Street Fighter's ultimate wrestler. He trades speed for power, using brute strength to crush anyone foolish enough to get close. His iconic spinning piledriver, devastating command grabs, and lariat spins make him a terrifying presence, especially in Street Fighter VI, where he leans even harder into wrestling theatrics. JP. JP is Street Fighter VI's suave yet sinister mastermind. an international criminal hiding behind a polished businessman facade. As a leader of the terrorist group Amnesia and a former Shadaloo financial chief, he wields deadly psychopower with chilling calm and ruthless precision. His Bartitsu Kane style focuses on controlling space with traps, specters, and teleportation, keeping foes at bay while striking from a distance. Tall but less mobile, JP demands tactical play and careful zoning, punishing anyone who gets too close with devastating counters and psychopower finishers. Marissa. Marissa Rossetti is a fierce Italian pancration fighter with proud Greek warrior roots, combining powerful wrestling and striking moves with a strong sense of sportsmanship. Beyond her battle prowess, she's a jewelry designer and art lover who values beauty and heritage. Marissa's playstyle revolves around heavy-hitting strikes and super-armored moves that punish reckless opponents, backed by commanding stances and high damage. Openly bisexual, she seeks worthy challengers and embraces love without boundaries, making her both a formidable and charismatic new face in Street Fighter VI. Manon. Manon Legrand is Street Fighter VI's French supermodel turned judoka who literally dances her way through fights, combining ballet grace with judo power. Driven by a complicated family past and a fierce desire to prove she's more than just strong, Manon struts the streets and catwalks alike, racking up medals and crushing opponents with style. She gets stronger the longer the match goes, proving that sometimes the real power is never losing your point. Plus, she's got a serious kick game that'll leave you wondering if you're in a fight or a dance recital. Dee Jay. Dee Jay is Street Fighter's eternal good vibes ambassador, a Jamaican kickboxer who fights like he DJs, with rhythm and flair, and enough energy to power a dance floor and a knockout combo. In Street Fighter VI, he's trickier than ever, with feints, mix-ups, and a soundtrack to match. Whether he's throwing sonic booms or flirting mid-battle, Dee Jay reminds you that even a beatdown can be a banger. EHonda. EHonda is Street Fighter's sumo powerhouse and proud culinary king, determined to spread the art of sumo and chanko stew across the globe. Honorable, boisterous, and stubbornly traditional, even when inventing non-traditional sumo moves. He's a walking contradiction, wrapped in muscle and ceremony. Whether he's hurling opponents with headbutts or defending his fighting style on social media, Honda treats every bout like a sacred match, and every bad review like a reason to double down. Just don't tell him his flying headbutt isn't real sumo unless you want a 100-hand slap with a side of stew. Dhalsim. Dhalsim is Street Fighter's serene, stretch-limbed sage, who'd rather meditate than throw hands, unless evil's involved, in which case he'll set you on fire with divine purpose. A pacifist with the power of agony and some seriously bendy limbs, he fights not for ego but to protect the oppressed and feed the poor. Calm, cryptic, and occasionally fiery, Dhalsim is the guy who can float midair, teleport behind opponents, then knock them out with a flaming slap from across the screen. Blanka. Blanka may look like a jungle monster with a 150,000-volt handshake, but he's actually a soft-hearted sweetheart who just wants to sell Blanka-chan plushies and make his mom proud. Raised in the Amazon after a plane crash, he survived thanks to nature, electric eels, and sheer jungle tenacity, emerging with green skin, wild hair, and an electrifying fighting style that's part feral brawler, part chaos incarnate. In Street Fighter VI, he doubles as a tourism mascot in a onesie. Ken. Once the golden boy of Street Fighter, Ken Masters is now rocking a midlife crisis you can't uppercut away. In Street Fighter VI, Ken's gone from flash kicks and family barbecues to living undercover in a shipping yard after being framed for terrorism. But don't worry, he's still got that fire, literally. Along with a flaming roundhouse, a flaming tatsumaki, and about 3 different flaming shoryukens, Ken's still the more aggressive showboaty foil to Rayu. But beneath the bravado is a bruised heart trying to balance vengeance, fatherhood, and the urge to Dragon Lash kick JP through a wall. Juri. Juri is what happens when sadism, style, and taekwondo collide in a neon-lit fever dream. She's fast, flashy, and fatal, but mostly she's having way too much fun doing it. Introduced as the series' first villainous female fighter, Juri thrives on chaos and punishment, treating fights like seductive games of cat and mouse. In Street Fighter VI, she's still toying with foes like a spider with a fresh web, and her revamped kit lets her chain Fuha-charged kicks into beautifully brutal combos. But underneath the fangs and flirtation, a lonely soul with no purpose, now that Bison's gone. Revenge made her a monster, now she's stuck with herself, and that's arguably more dangerous. Kimberly. Kimberly, the self-declared ninja of the new generation, injects Street Fighter VI with a jolt of pure kinetic energy. A prodigy who graduated college early, she's got the brains to match her brawn, but it's her love of all things 80s that really defines her flair. From teleporting with paint clouds to dive kicking off opponents mid-sprint, Kimberly's gameplay is all about pressure, mix-ups, and momentum. Her ultimate move literally paints her enemies into the pavement and buffs her playlist-fueled power. Guile. Guile is Street Fighter's all-American soldier, known for his military precision and powerful sonic booms. A loyal family man haunted by loss, he commands the battlefield with simple but deadly charge moves. In Street Fighter VI, his defensive style shines with new tools like crossfire somersault, turning solid spacing and timing into devastating offense. Chun-Li. Chun-Li is the original Street Fighter icon, a lightning-fast martial artist known for her powerful legs and relentless spirit. Debuting as an Interpol agent avenging her father, she's now a seasoned crime fighter, teacher, and guardian in Street Fighter VI. Her blend of elegant Chinese martial arts and explosive moves like Hyakuretsu Kyaku make her a deadly force, proving that she can still take down anyone foolish enough to challenge her. Jaime. Jaime is Street Fighter VI's flashy new vigilante, blending drunken boxing with breakdancing into a unique, stylish fighting style. Inspired by Yin and Yang, he fights with flair and attitude, especially against his longtime rival, Luke. Jaime's special drinking mechanics power up his moves and combos, turning him from underpowered to a speedy, unpredictable whirlwind once fully charged. Mastering his rhythm and momentum is key. When Jaime starts dancing, the fight is his. Luke. Luke is Street Fighter's brash new poster boy, combining military MMA with explosive speed and pressure. From knuckle-charged punches to his sand blaster projectile, he overwhelms opponents with relentless offense and tactical depth. More than just a fighter, Luke has grown from a cocky rookie into a seasoned mentor, making him a key figure in Street Fighter VI's lineup and the series' future. Rayu. Rayu is the iconic heart of Street Fighter, a disciplined martial artist dedicated to mastering his craft through relentless training. Orphaned and raised by his master Goken, Ryu's balanced fighting style centers on powerful, precise moves like the Hadoken Fireball and the Shoryuken Uppercut. His straightforward but effective toolkit makes him a reliable choice for beginners and pros alike, representing the timeless pursuit of strength and self-improvement. Let us know which Street Fighter VI character you think brings the most style and depth, or just plain fun, to the game. And don't forget to like and subscribe. GG. We'll see you in the next one.